Vinyl community, I'm back to do a recent vinyl finds video. And it's been a while, it's been like 2 months, I think. But I've been busy training for, I'm running nowadays, trail running. So I did a race 2 weeks ago. It went fairly good. And I've also been in Stockholm to see a concert and visit my good friend Anders in Stockholm. We went to 2 concerts and drank some beer, and I had dinner with his family. It was great, really awesome. And we went record digging. So some of these are from that trip. And I've also been sick, so it's been a hell of a 2 months, really. But I managed to get some records and listen to a lot of records. So I'm going to divide this into 2 parts. First part is mostly jazz and a little bit of pop and rock at the end. And the next one I'm going to give you that, I guess, 2 weeks from now. It's going to be all prog and especially psych. So I'm bundling that together. Maybe 1 or 2 jazz records also, because I have 2 coming in the mail. So let's jump right into it, shall we? Me and Anders, we went to see John McLaughlin play live in Stockholm. We had seats right in front, so if I spit, I would hit him in the eye. We were that close. But the next that was on Friday, and on Friday we went to see these guys, Fredrik Lindqvist Trio, Atlantis. So this is brand spanking new on translucent red for everyone who's buying records just because of the color of the vinyl and not the music. So yeah, it's only on that. But the music is actually fantastic, and the concert was awesome. So I got it signed. Anders knows, I think, all of these guys. So it was nice just hanging with a lot of musicians, drinking beer and talking a little bit with some of them on the concert. So great. But I was sick, so I had a fever and shit. But it was good. Had a great time in Stockholm. Always had a great time. If you want to sample this, there's samples on YouTube. So just search for Fredrik Lindqvist Trio Atlantis, and you'll get some snippets of it. But highly recommended. I'll bet that's going to be one of the records of the year in Sweden this year. 1979, Oriental Wind and OK Tamiz released this Chilla Chilla, and I actually managed to get a promo copy of this. So it's recorded in Sweden. Lennart Åberg is playing tenor, soprano and flute on it. So you have 2, I think, Turkish players and then 3 Swedish. And Bobo Stensson is playing piano on it, 1970-79, so that's pretty cool. It has that sort of classic sonnet label from the time period. So nice addition to the OK Tamiz record collection, which is growing every day. I always almost said every day, but unfortunately not. Fucking record, come on. Thank you. This is not the best Oriental Wind or OK Tamiz record. The first Oriental Wind is the best one. And the absolute best one with him is his first Drummers of Two Worlds, I think it's called. Drummers United. I always mix it up with Max Roach's. Fuck it, Drummers of Two Worlds. Let's say it's okay by OK Tamiz. That's the best one in my opinion, and that's music from another dimension. This is Turkish blended with typical Scandinavian jazz from the time period and a little bit of world music, but especially Turkish music. Really good. You can sample that too online on YouTube. I got this free by a friend at work's dad. He gave me a bunch of boxes with records and also with CDs. So you have 3 rows of this here. I kept maybe 10, 12 CDs and maybe 3 records of all the hundreds of records, but it's not my genres. And the only reason this is here is because another co-worker of mine wants to take a look and see if there's anything he's interested in. And I think there's some that he is going to pick there. But then it's just going to trash, unfortunately. But this was in that pile, Charlie Parker Memorial Volume 1, so I got this for free. It's not worth anything, but the music is just fantastic with Miles Davis, Mac Roach, and Bud Powell. I mean, how can you go wrong? You can't. This really, really good. Yeah, you can find those kind of Charlie Parker records for next to nothing, and the sound quality is always like so-so. But because some of the reissue labels back in the day didn't really think of the but. Okay, 1975, Lasse Werner Trio. Lasse Werner is a Swedish composer and pianist, a little bit on the freer side. And this is also produced by Gunnar Lindqvist, who was the producer of, the main guy behind GL Unit, Gunnar Lindqvist GL Unit with Orangutan. This is 75 on the same label, Odeon. And I think that the GL Unit Orangutan record was released in 73 maybe, 72, 73, so this is a little bit after. This is not a freak out kind of free jazz or big band record. Obviously that Orangutan is it's a little bit more sparse in the sort of arrangement. It's not as big, but it's really free at times. It's an interesting record. Don't put all your money in that, but check it out. Okay, the next one is awesome. It's still very inexpensive. You can get it for, I mean, next to nothing. And so good. So the first thing if you think this is interesting, is you search for this on YouTube. Geoma Saleya. And what this is actually, it's Jojo Wadenius, who played with Solar Plexus and Made in Sweden, and he's playing guitar on this. And it's a trio records, 2 other guys. They went into the studio and jacked up the mics directly to a recorder. So from mic to record, so it's the live take. You get like right on the tape. And the sound quality is just amazing on this. And they play traditional Swedish folk tunes. Let's say that. I mean, a few pop covers maybe. More or less pop, but it sounds like traditional Swedish. Så Kristallen fina, Ut vår hage, Rosetid nu kommer, En somliga går med trasiga skor, eller i trasiga skor. Which is fantastic tunes, perfect for this kind of match. And if you do the search on YouTube, you get like a 9-minute long documentary of the recording of this. So, and there you get some of the music also. So check that out, see what you think, and then invest in this. I think you can get this for like 12 euro maybe, 15. And I got it for 7. And it's limited to 1,000 copies. And it's from the same label that did a reissue of Svenska Löd AB, which some of you know, both interested in Swedish prog and Swedish jazz. But high quality audio. Check it out. The documentary at least, if you're a little bit interested. In 2015 this was released. I didn't buy it, and it was released I think in the US. So the copies that today is selling in Europe is a lot more expensive. We're talking maybe 90 to 100 euro to get this record. So I didn't get it then, and I've been hesitated to buy it now, but I got this for 60 euro now in Stockholm on the latest trip. So almost like how much it cost when it came out. And this was still sealed, brand spanking new, and I'm talking about the Mo Fidelity version of original master recording of Miles Davis Kind of Blue from 2015. 45 RPM, 2 record set with a booklet and all that nice stuff. So yeah, limited to 10,000 copies. I got number 3082. I'm so happy with this. The sound quality is outstanding. It's so much better than anything I've ever heard, blah blah blah, of Kind of Blue, and you heard it 10,000 times. But this is the the recording to go for or the pressing to go for, but don't listen to me. Listen to Baraka P-Dub instead, because he has a bunch of different pressings of this, and he does an entire video of just comparing the different pressings. And I think, if I remember it correct, that the result of that video and his tests were that this was the best sounding one. Now, I don't have an early like 6i to compare it to, but I'm still looking for an early press of a US early press of this. So hopefully I'll find that someday. But I think that this is the best sounding one. The bass is so thick on it that when I play it upstairs in the dining room, the porcelain shakes in the cabin cupboards. So that was the jazz records. I still have 2 more to get in the mail, but I'll squeeze them in the psych update. I also have like 1 or 2 that is sort of on the boundary between prog and jazz, because it's Swedish instrumental prog from back in the day. So it's, but okay, I'll wait with those to next time. So the pop and rock I got for like €5, €6. I got this reissue from Grease of Love's first record from 65, 66, which I didn't have. So for that price, I couldn't resist. It sounds okay, so it's not, but it's not anything you really write home about. But I never see Love records for that price here in Sweden. Never, like never. So I couldn't resist. And the last thing before I leave you is 2009. I was so close of buying this box set, but I didn't, and then it skyrocketed in price. So today, back then it cost maybe €100, 120, maybe something like that, and today you can't get it for under like €300 plus shipping. For it's seven record LPs, so you can't get it for like under 300 plus shipping to Sweden, which is just so you can't do it. I was this close just a couple of weeks ago, or a month ago, something like that, to get a deal going with a Danish guy on the box set, but it fell. So he wanted too much for it, and he wanted some records, and we couldn't get a deal going. but so I caved, and Record Store Day last year, they reissued this as separate 2 LP sets, and I'm talking about Orphans by Tom Waits. 3 records, all in different Waits genres, let's say that. So the crooner, the avant-gardist, and the piano pop guy, I don't know. So yeah, and one of them I haven't even taken the plastic of. This is the avant-garde disc that I haven't listened to yet on vinyl. I've listened to them many times on digital. Sound quality fantastic, and some of these really deserves to sound good. So if you only going to invest in one of these discs, I recommend Ballers the most, because you can have a hold back spring on this, and especially The Long Way Home, which sounds like an outtake from Mule Variations, but it's just like, it sounds good on my system, at least. Just insanely good. His voice is just shit. So this is most recommended. They start to go up a little bit in price, at least the European versions, because there's European and American versions of these. So I'm just like, so don't do like me and wait too long and then you can't get it, and fuck, it's not good, it's not fun. So if you're interested in getting one of those, so yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Please leave me comments if you have any, and let's talk soon again when I have my psych in order. Have a great day. Bye.